And the reflection of Red Bull almost looks like, you can't tell in here, but to me it looks like he has a Red Bull, but it's a reflection of Red Bull in there. So Teddy has turned his back. He is facing Sansom. He turned his back on the Gayborhood is what it looks like to me, because this is mostly the Gayborhood. There's some up here, but for the most part the Gayborhood is back here. They have Midtown Village up on this way, but you know, in general, that's technically, it's a more modern section, the Midtown Village section, with all the lesbian-owned, you know, restaurants. You know, oh wait, there's 2 blocks. I forgot what block I was on. So there's 2 blocks here, and beyond Sansom is like what I consider Midtown Village. And should we do? And then old school Gayborhood is over here with Woody's and all that stuff. Woody's has its banners here next to Glow Bar. Grandma's Philly up in the house. Alrighty. Fang Hot Pot. Ow. So on the new side here. And of course the Panda Fest in City Hall, or around City Hall today. Oh, homie on the cans. Right. Coke has names and references, if you will. Homie is one of the references on Coke. Then they have friend, bro, homie, or Sarah, Riley, Louie, Carlos, Andrea. And there's one more I keep forgetting. So whoever it is keeps hiding. So David or Sarah, Riley, and anyway, my name never wound up on a Coke can, but I remember they did this with Coke bottles and cans back in like 2014, 2015, and you know, that became a game that people played with. So that, and it's you know, food messaging, food intel. And people will use anything to send messages as, you know, quote unquote secretly as possible, even though it's not secret at all. So it's so obvious. It's like, well, everybody has to buy a food, right? Oh, Border Collie and a Pit Mix, I guess. Right, this reminds me of the guy who's the Eminem, like, imitator, if you will. There's a guy online who, you see him on Reels on Facebook, and he's like, if Eminem had an allergic reaction, if Eminem slipped down the stairs. The stairs one is really funny, because he's like a comedian who can pull off stunts like that. And it's like, I slipped down the stairs, I want to know who's there, you know. And he just is really good at actually like making it so funny, and somehow he bypasses rage and anger. Like, normally, you know, say you're having a day and you slip down the stairs and you hurt your ankle and you're all PO'd and everything. Somehow the rapping pushes past the anger. That's what I got off of that. Like, he turned it into like, how do I still maintain a certain, quote, attitude or, you know, what do I want to say? Feeling without going into like being angry and pissed off. He just keeps rapping about it. I know it's, you know, not a bear, but it's there. Somehow I fell on the stairs. It's so funny. I forget the guy's name. Are we doing Open City? Open Streets. So it's even here on the last April weekend, Sunday. And it's been every Sunday in April. There was 1 month, because they do this every once in a while. This is like the 3rd one they've done. So, there must have been 1 month that somehow wound up with only 3 Sundays, or for some reason they didn't have one on a Sunday. They did do this on Easter Sunday, so, anyway. Should rap about, if Eminem had to rap about open streets. You knew they're coming in the Muppet, all the Muppets. Show up. Show up, it's. They see it easy because it's easy breezy Sunday. Sleeping on a Monday instead of Sunday because it's a fun day. You know, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, but it is a Sunday. Guess who comes out on Sundays? All your little kids, that's right. So Sunday is a family-friendly-ish. This is supposed to be like a family-friendly day with all these little games, like toss the beanbag game or whatever. They have all these little things that are technically more family-oriented with kids. And it's a Sunday, so it's a fun day. So for some not so fun guy, using green this time. I can't remember if they used green in the past. So, got a nice pretty orange Tiguan or Aston. Not on Easter, but the weekend before, I forget which weekend, I walked down the street and there were, oh, that's right, because they had a whole volleyball. Lots of people were in at the convention center for a special volleyball conference or tournament. And a stream of people, like this side was loaded up with people. I wound up on the other side earlier. Like I was already on the other side, so I missed that whole gameplay. That whole, you know, There's Something About Mary. Remember that movie with Ben Stiller, There's Something About Mary? And, you know, there's sort of like a secret, you know, rivalry or fight between, you know, people in families. And someone spikes the ball and hits the nose of the soon-to-be bride. You know, the, you know, bride getting ready for her. I guess that's it. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. Anyway, some people might have thought that was funny, but a little too much in my history for it to be just about, you know, thinking it's a funny scene. And what if movies are there to find people who have evil motives? Like, it seems funny, but if you are someone who normally doesn't ROFL, like roll on the floor laughing, and you were ROFLing over that scene, then someone's happy to spike people and shoot them down. So I got their names and numbers. Okay. I can't remember. I think things are funny, but it's usually in the pain department of personal pain. You know how they say comedians often are expressing their own pain in life and they're able to do it in a comedic way. And their pain comes through, you know, through comedy, and it takes just one little switch and they could break down in tears instead of going on with, you know, the comedic joke. And I totally understand that. But some people who rarely laugh in life, if they're laughing over